Good afternoon, everyone. So we are all set to start our pitch competition for today, the Pitch Palooza. So can I hear a big round of applause for all our participants? And of course, all of you who are attending this and are ready to, witness all the amazing pitches and of course our judges. So I will start by thanking BMM and Yuva for giving us this opportunity to actually hold this competition. So we all know we are here because of the BMM convention, and for those who don't, BMM is Brihan Maharashtra Mandal, which is the umbrella organization for all the Maharashtra Mandals all over North America, and they hold this convention every 2 years for the Marathi community to come together and just network, socialize, and gain something beneficial out of it. We are also part of the Yuva team, which is an organization for all the youth, Marathi youth in the Bay Area, and we plan to spread it all across the US as well. So thank you, and let me begin by acknowledging our generous sponsors who made this event possible. So firstly, a big thank you to Pints of Joy. It's our go-to ice cream shop in the Bay Area. So thank you for adding sweetness to our lives and also to Pitch Palooza. Our next sponsor is Hina Joshi. She is a big name in the realtor market in the Bay Area. And if any of you is looking to buy a new home, she also has a booth outside, so please feel to stop by. And our last sponsor is Senesis Tech. It is a technology-driven organization that specializes in offering solutions in the geospatial, enterprise engineering, and mobility services for a global clientele. So these were our sponsors. And now let us meet our distinguished panel of judges. So first, let me introduce you to Mr. Parikshit Prabhudesai. He's the Vice Chairman of Pitangari Products, which originates in Thane, India. And he's an alumnus of Wellington Institute and IIM Nagpur. Next, we have Lalit Chinde. He is the Chief Growth Officer at SquareTech with over 3 decades of experience and expertise in AI and cybersecurity. He holds a bachelor's in electronics from VJTI Mumbai and master's in computer science from IISc. He also holds an MBA in finance from NYU Stern College. Next, we have Naresh Apte. He also holds a bachelor in computer engineering from VJTI Mumbai and an MS from Michigan Technological University. Firstly, thank you to all the judges for being here, and I would like to invite Mr. Naresh to give to say a few words about the competition and in general, just whatever you feel like.
Thank you, Ria, for that kind introduction, and welcome everybody. And just wanted to say a few words. This is somewhat impromptu, so I didn't know walking in here that I'll be saying something. But let's try to make this fun. Let's make it more participatory. You guys are all here. We are here for the entrepreneurship competition. When you think about entrepreneurship, what are some of the things, some of the challenges that you guys can think of? Feel free to just shout out. Anybody? Yeah, please go ahead.
Getting the money to start.
Getting what?
The money to start your business.
Getting the money to start your business. There we go. That's one of the first ones. Yes. Big round of applause. Okay, anybody else? Anybody? Yes?
A lack of
Lack of experience, that's one of the big ones too, yes. Big round of applause. Sorry? Laziness. Putting things off till tomorrow. Biggest killers of any startup. Yes, please. Product definition, yeah, knowing what your product is and what the customer really wants, and if there's a good fit or not. That's one of the key ones. Yes, another one. Finding the product or defining the product? Finding the product. What's the idea? What you're going to work on? Okay, that's one of the key ones. You have all this energy. You want to do something. You want to make a difference. But doing what? Right? The ideation phase, typically also there. Yes, sir. Yes.
Finding investors.
Finding investors. Yes. If you find investors, you'll definitely find money, sir. Most likely. Yes. Hopefully they come there with the check. Anybody else? Risk involved in that, yes, there's no paycheck coming at end of the month, end of, to a week or whatever it is, right? Yes? In the back.
Building the right team.
Finding the right team, building the right team, and that's one of the key ones is how do we know that we can tango? And that's very important, right? It takes two to tango. In startup, it probably takes more than that to tango, and it's very hard to tango with 5 people at the same time. Okay, anybody else? Yes? Legal issues, yeah, knowing the right structure. Should you have a C Corp? Should you have an LLC? Should you do it in California? Should you do it in Delaware? Should you do it in other parts of the world? So on and so forth. Yes, legal structure, one of the big challenges. Anybody else? Oh, we have a little one. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am, please. Finding something that people like. A good product, that's absolutely. I can see you probably like Capri Sun right there. Right? What's in your hand? Okay, anybody else? Okay, yes?
Building a brand.
Building a brand. Building a brand that will stick in people's mind, right? Anytime you say like Pitambari, we have a good example here in Parikshit. But the moment you say Pitambari, big brand in India, right? And I was just talking to Parikshit right now, and he has, the company has plans to expand outside of India. So he can talk a lot about what does it mean to build a brand, right? Okay, anybody else? We will take a couple more, and I'll just add a few things in there. Yes? Finding your customer segment, yes. And they should have the right spending power, ultimately, right? You might have the right product, you might have the right customer, but are they going to pay for this service? A very important question. Anybody else? Temperament and character fit, absolutely important. Business ethics, this is where that comes handy. Yes, you do need that. Yes. Advertisement, making your brand sticky, right? Yes, sir. Competition, yes. As they say, keep your friends close, your enemies closer, right? You need to know who your I shouldn't say enemies, really, your opponents. Think of it that way, right? So you need to know your competition very well. Yes, sir. Finding employees. Things don't happen just because you have an idea and there's a product. Somebody needs to actually make it. Somebody needs to sell it. Somebody needs to do post-sales support. Yes? Yes? Copyright issues. One of the tricky legal issues there. Copyrights, trademarks, patents, all of those. Yes? Finding market opportunities, sizing it up, and seeing which one. If you have more than one idea, which one is the one that you should pursue. All right. Okay. So I think we have a pretty sizable list here to work with. As you can see, just within this group, in what was like 3 minutes, we got so many different ideas that we unearthed on what it takes to really build a company, what it really takes to launch a venture. Okay, and really, by the way, anytime it's my time, just give me a holler. Okay, if you give me a mic, I'll keep talking. So. as Anand Ganuji is here, he would say that this is the property of this thing called microphone. Once you get it in your hand, you never want to let go. Okay, so just like I just said, just in this group, we found so many things that a startup, a venture needs to address. to make it a successful venture. I would categorize it broadly, okay, and this is by no means is the final list or the end-all be-all kind of list, but common patterns, okay? What a successful business really needs, regardless of whether it's a new idea, whether it's a big corporation, any of that, right? Access to capital, access to customer, access to talent, and access to insights from people who have walked there before you. Okay, those are the 4 things that any successful venture needs. Okay, and then you're going to have a set of constituents for all those categories. For access to capital, you need investors. We already talked about investors, right? Finding money, that was another one, right? Access to customers. You can have a great idea, but if you don't have a customer, you don't have a business, guys. Okay, product fit, I think we had that. Finding market opportunity was another one, right? So you need customers. You need talent. Finding employees, somebody already said that, right? So you need that. And then finally, you need access to insights. Okay? You need advisors. You need people who have walked the path before you and seek that advice. And guess what? There are a lot of people who are willing to do that as a matter of paying you forward. Okay? So feel free to reach out to people you know. Just this room, I see a lot of faces. Lalit is here, Parikshit is here. I see a few other names, a few other people who, sorry, yes sir. Business is profit indeed. A successful, let me touch upon that in a little bit. But those 4 things, those 4 ingredients, if you have them, you will have a successful business, right? And now, to your point, sorry, I didn't catch your name. There we go. Big round of applause for you. A big brag. Okay, so as you said, business is profit. Business is profit. If you don't have a profitable business, it's not a business. It's a non-profit. Okay? And it's a non-profit venture. Ganuji is here, so he knows how to run a non-profit. And Mr. Prabhudesa is here, he knows how to run a for-profit business. So, regardless of people who are sitting here, these are not the only people. We are not the only people. You have 2 people sitting in the audience who have the insight, who know what it takes to launch an initiative, for-profit, non-profit, what have you. So find your passion, the product fit, idea, right? Find the market where that market, the product, that service can be marketed, the market opportunity, right? And then if it's a profitable business, if it has a potential to make profit or is already making profit, believe me, investors won't be far along. They would be there with their checkbook in their hand, because guess what? Money has hunger for more money. It's very simple that way, right? As far as matter of seeking investment is concerned, right? All the money that all the investors are holding in their kitties and are willing to invest, it has hunger to make more money. That's how the capitalist system works. That's how the business is supposed to work. So if we can make a convincing case that here is a profitable idea, here are my customers, here's my validation for those customers, my market, right? Can you write me a check? There's no reason why they won't. Okay? So with that, let me stop right here. As I said, I can keep talking for all along. But regardless of who wins here today, all 3 companies, I think there are 3 companies, right? All 3 companies, congratulations for making it here. And it's a great platform today. Thank you very much. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Naresh. Thank you for your insights and sharing your experience with us. So without further ado, we will begin this competition. I just want to give a quick breakdown of what we expect out of this competition. We have 3 teams, which are 3 businesses. Each team will have 6 minutes to present, and we can go over with question and answers once they are done with their presentation. So let's start with the first team. I would like to call Go With Youth, presented by Rituj. Please give a big round of applause for Rituj. The presentation is going to be for 10 minutes and Q&A will be for 6 minutes. All the best.
In the meantime, I can just introduce myself. Hello everybody, this is Dr. Rituj Deshpande. I'm founder and CEO of Go Vidyut Mobility. Hopefully the presentation starts soon.
Sorry for the technical difficulties. We will get to it as soon as possible.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Yeah, again, this is Dr. Rituj Deshpande, founder and CEO of Go Vidyut Mobility. Go Vidyut, the word Vidyut means electric, and Go Vidyut is going electric. The startup aims to redefine the last mile mobility in the emerging markets, particularly starting with India and other emerging markets. Next slide. To give you a brief of my background, I'm a battery scientist. I've been doing vehicle electrification for last 15 years with companies like Ford, GM, Rivian. I have a team with more than 50 years of experience in electrification and automotive industry in general. We have been mentored by industry stalwarts like Mr. Deepak Karandikar, who's a president of Maratha Chamber of Commerce in Pune, and serial entrepreneurs such as Dr. Sanjay Bhandari, Mr. Vic Kulkarni. Next slide, please. So, to E or not to E, that is the question. Yes, you heard it right. To E, that is to electrify or not to electrify, that is the question. Not to Prince Hamlet, not to a Cybertruck driver here in California, but to my friend Raju. Next, please. Raju is a rickshawala in Nanded. With increasing fuel prices, his income is reducing day by day. But when I talk to him about electric auto rickshaw, he says electric auto rickshaw is simply not a practical option for him. Reasons? Electric auto rickshaws are expensive to buy, yet have limited driving range. And worst of all, where would he charge the vehicle if the battery depletes during his workday? There are practically no charging stations in India and many other countries around the world. Similar to Raju, millions of other rickshawalas, three-wheeler cargo vehicle drivers and two-wheeler drivers are looking for a practical solution which is cheaper to operate and low capex as well as reliable. Next slide, please. And that's why, in spite of a lot of government push, subsidies, there is very little market penetration of electric vehicles in India. And that poses a big challenge in front of EV manufacturers. The EV manufacturers say if we give a big battery, the vehicle becomes expensive. If we give a small battery, the range, the performance is simply not acceptable to the user. And that's why there is a dilemma. Next slide, please. So what's the solution? We think the solution is the Toyota way, especially for India and other emerging countries. That's why we developed India's first plug-in hybrid range extended powertrain for two-wheelers, three-wheelers, and cargo vehicles. Next slide, please. A vehicle with GoVX powertrain can be charged at home. Next slide, please. Yeah. The vehicle can be driven more than the average commute distance on the charged battery. If the battery depletes, there is a range extender which will allow the vehicle to be driven for much longer, more than 200 kilometers. So the conclusion is there is no range anxiety. The user doesn't need to find a charging station outside his home. He can always come back and charge at home. Advantages: you will have a lower capex, so the vehicle will be cheaper than electric vehicle. Lower opex, vehicle would be much cheaper than a traditional IC engine vehicle. And most importantly, there is no need for well-developed charging station infrastructure. So these vehicles can be used anywhere in India today or even in other markets today without well-developed charging station infrastructure. So in simple terms, it's like Chevy Volt in the two-wheeler, three-wheeler and cargo vehicle space. Now our customers, OEMs, have the advantage now that they can expand the market beyond metro cities. Currently, most of the electric vehicle market in India is concentrated around the metro cities. That's because that's where the infrastructure is developing. But it will take 15 to 20 years at least for having infrastructure everywhere else. But these guys can sell the vehicles with GoVX powertrain today all over India and other countries. Next, please. The advantage of the technology is it allows the batteries to be modular. Now we can make the battery size smaller, bigger, depending upon the budget of the user. We can also go for lower energy density batteries such as sodium-ion batteries, which would be eventually cheaper than lithium-ion. In terms of generator technology, we can use a simple engine generator, the existing technology, or in future we can go for hydrogen fuel cells, which is complete green solution. The technology is segment agnostic, two-wheeler, three-wheeler or cargo vehicle space, even in drones. Currently, so far we have developed prototypes for two-wheelers and three-wheelers, multiple iterations, and have tested on road. Next, please. Okay. So our focus is on the VCU and design of the powertrain. VCU is the vehicle control unit. That's the microcontroller where we will have all our algorithms, all our proprietary IP. And we have partners who can provide all the other components needed for getting the system done. The business model is simple. It's like GoVX inside. We will provide the controller and the PDU, the power control unit, to the OEM, and we will provide the entire design of the powertrain so that it fits in their existing chassis. So they don't need to change their vehicle chassis at all. It will be another version of their existing vehicle. For example, there is a Bajaj RE three-wheeler auto rickshaw. You can now have a Bajaj RE plug-in hybrid auto rickshaw. And you can think once we have our controller on board, we can also go into product as a service. So we can go into data monetization, battery health monitoring, etc., which would come as the next revenue sources in future. Next, please. So here are a couple of videos. The first one on the right is for three-wheeler. Yeah, so it's a quick video showing a three-wheeler with GoVX powertrain. We have various components: the range extender, electric drivetrain, the power control unit, vehicle control unit, and battery. This is on an Atul auto rickshaw, who's a customer we are talking to. On the right side, it shows a two-wheeler which we drove from Pune PCMC to all the way Kahnir Lake in Satara. So it's total 153 kilometers on one charge. That's the only vehicle which can do that, electric vehicle which can do that. There was no need to charge in between other than the range extender. It's 153 kilometers total. Next, please. So you can imagine two, three-wheeler and cargo vehicle is a big market. It's a 20 million market, only the controller all around the emerging countries. Even if we focus on two and three-wheeler, it's 9 billion market. And if we use India as the target market, our SOM becomes around $1 billion. So it's a big market overall. Now, when we started our journey in 2019, actually many of these OEMs would hesitate to go into hybrid because all of them thought it can be Tesla. But now in 4 years, when they have vehicles on road, they are having hard time getting market penetration, and now many of them are coming back. So in last 1 year, we have 8 OEMs who have lined up for 2, 3 and cargo vehicles. Some of them have signed MOUs, some of them have provided LOIs. There is one paying customer, namely Praditi Press Parts, who's paying for the pilot study for the 3-wheeler. Next, please. In terms of competition or competitors or direct competitors would be the existing the powertrain tech companies such as Bosch, Electra EV. So all these companies are focused on electric vehicles, so they're either providing big battery or a small battery, but not able to find the right solution. Our indirect competitors are battery swapping stations. So there are companies who are working on battery swapping ideas, battery as a service idea, or charging station infrastructure development. Now all these ideas are good ideas, but they are having challenge in terms of capital and having ownership ambiguity, safety, and their infrastructure challenges. So OVX is most simple and can be adopted everywhere right now. Next, please. We are starting with 3-wheeler. This year we will have few hundreds of vehicles on road by the end of this year. Next year we will start going into 2-wheeler and cargo vehicle market. We expect to reach a revenue of 25 million at the end of 2028. Thank you. Next. Yeah. So far we were bootstrapping. We had a pre-seed fund from a Japanese investor and a UK-based investor, total amounting to $50,000. Now we are raising a round of 1.2 million, which will be used for certification, product development, brand building, etc. Yeah, so to E or not to E is not a question anymore. It's time to electrify with Go With You. Thank you.
Thank you. We can move on to judges for the question and answer round.
Targeting the customers for this, how are you going about?
Yes. So it's a B2B business. We are targeting OEMs.
Okay.
There is a segment where we were looking into retrofitment as well.
Okay.
But that's not the immediate target. Immediate target is first to get to OEMs, and we have almost 8 OEMs or contract manufacturers who are.
So you are like doing consulting services to these OEMs, or you are providing?
No. So we are providing the controller and then the design of the powertrain.
Okay.
Now these OEMs would basically license out the technology from us. They will get the controller from us.
Okay.
They will build their own number of vehicles. Right?
Okay.
So each vehicle would have one controller that's coming from us.
Okay, and how's the pricing? So one controller for the entire lifetime they pay, or how is it?
Correct.
It is
So
a
it's-
monthly subscription.
No, it's once a lifetime charge of $200
Okay.
for the PDU and VCU together.
Okay.
And the charge would be different for different models and so on. The subscription part will come later when we talk about basically cloud connection to the data and battery health monitoring and stuff. But that's a future plan.
And this is already started now.
So right now
What were your sales like last year? And
no,
this?
so we don't have sales yet. We have demonstration vehicles. We are talking to MOU, the manufacturers,
Okay.
and we are hoping to have at least 1 or 2 contracts done this year and having 50 to 100 vehicles on road this year, apart from the prototypes.
And I'm not from the tech background, but how do you differentiate your product from the existing competitors or the existing OEMs who are doing the research in a lot of research in EV? So, for example, Mahindra is there,
Yeah.
or Tata are there. So, how do you differentiate yourself in that bandwidth?
So nobody in India is looking at plug-in hybrid concepts at this stage. Even hybrid concepts in these segments. These are small size vehicle segments. In fact, we went to ARAI, which is certifying body, and ARAI they did not have rules to accept this kind of powertrain. So they had to amend, and luckily they did amend it based on our request. Now they have rules where they can certify this. That also told us nobody else is there, but at the same time, we know TVS is putting a lot of money in IIT Madras for developing plug-in hybrid. So yeah.
Ruturj, I have seen your presentation in Marathi as well, so I'm privy to some of the things that has been going on. one quick question about the competition, right? Rightly, as when Parikshit asked about that existing automakers can electric automakers, I'm talking about, can stumble upon exactly similar thing of range extenders, and there are certain range extenders already available. There are even battery life itself that is designed to be better batteries and that can go long durations at a cheaper cost. Those are going in. So as that technology improves, what do you think, how easy it would be for you to sustain in this market where you are still providing this as a product, as a service, right? Licensing and so on to these other automakers. How sustainable do you think? Because that competition you didn't understand, didn't sort of address there.
Right.
That's the key thing
Right.
to understand.
Yeah, thanks. That's a good question. So, frankly, like if you look at these markets, 2-3 wheelers in India, these designs have not changed for last 30, 40, 50 years. So, not much significant effort on research on these OEMs. And we talked to many of them. We don't see a clear research path from them. But even if they are trying it out, doing it inside, I think we are at the forefront of the technology. I've been doing electrification and batteries for last 15 years. Did it for Ford, GM, and So in terms of improving battery health and stuff, we think we can do better than most of them. Even the technology plug-in hybrid part, it took us 3 years to build these concepts. So it's not trivial even if the concept looks simple. So it's going to take time for them. And even if one OEM develops it, the other OEM will come to us because there would be a competition. That's what we see. Thank you.
Hey Ritesh. Just listened to your presentation a couple of days ago as well. So a couple of observations, just some feedback. You took the story of Raju at the beginning, right? I would say in your presentation, take that story all the way, if it is possible. Because people can take that thread and see how Raju's life has improved all the way, so it's not just your financial health, right? You can also put how Raju's financial health has improved because of that.
Correct.
I think that'll be a good story to relate to, a good thread that you can take all along.
Sure.
Second, I wanted to ask you, have you sought any strategic partnerships with any of these incumbents today, Bajaj, TVS, take whomsoever, because they could be your good investors and potential acquirers if that happens. And maybe you can answer that, and then I have one last comment, but maybe after you answer, I can just do a quick comment afterward.
Oh, yeah. So in terms of like strategic investment, we didn't go to Bajaj, TVS as of now. We wanted to start with a medium scale OEM who's like hungry to grow in a sense. Bajaj is too big and they may not, in fact they are selling their traditional auto rickshaw as well, so they may not even care. So we wanted to go to a medium scale OEM who wants to grow, and that's where Atul found to be a right fit. And they are interested, they are putting a lot of money in EVs and unable to sell those. So that's where they have infrastructure built in, which is kind of wasted for last few years, and they are interested. Now, direct investment from them, we have not talked about it yet. We want to first start with some simple contract and then go from there.
All right. Sorry, just one last comment that I had. On your go-to-market strategy, and we didn't delve too much into that, but I think your advertising strategy could include the clean tech aspect of this.
Totally.
Right? And because that's an emotional pull.
Right.
And a lot of people, maybe the battery is not something that they see every day, but hey, everybody wants clean air, or cleaner air in this case, right? I think that aspect can come strongly in your presentation and in your advertising and marketing material and so on and so forth.
Totally.
I think that will be something very relatable to the audience besides, those who don't know anything about battery technology.
Yeah, totally, I agree.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
Ritesh, have you applied for any intellectual property patents?
Yeah, we have a patent.
How many patents?
One approved. We are applying one more right now. That's what we're talking.
Hi, my name is Anika. I've been working in this space. I've been guiding a company in India in this space in battery as a service model as well as swappable battery.
Correct.
There's a company called Yuva that I've been actively working with.
Okay.
I wanted to know what tier cities are you actually planning to launch your or do a pilot study for?
So we are starting with Pune actually. That's because we have infrastructure there and it's easier to get into market. With Atul it will be somewhere in Gujarat, but other OEMs and our retrofitting would be mostly in Pune. Eventually it will be used in tier 3 cities as well. I'm from Nanded and I expect these to go to those kind of cities where we know charging station infrastructure will take much longer.
And so one more question is, have you done any environmental or what are the CO2 savings, and similarly what are the savings or benefits for the driver? Because while we were doing the swapping technology, we were able to sell the idea by making sure that, as I said, the beneficiary, who is the driver, is able to increase his income through swappable battery, and our swappable battery is so much better, doesn't consume time.
Correct. I do have the analysis. It's in the backup slide. I can show it to you.
This is great.
Basically, the user will save around 30% on the total cost of ownership against a traditional IC engine rickshaw if he's driving 120 kilometers. And typically, these auto rickshaw drivers drive around 120 kilometers. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your presentation. Just a heads up, audience can ask their questions later to the respective teams. Right now we are only taking judges' questions to be respectful of everyone's time. So thank you for that. And now we can move on to the next team, which is Vitalis. And we have Vedant from the team representing Vitalis. Please give a big round of applause.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Vedant Kothawade. I'm 15 years old, so not as old as some of the other pictures here. The other one was great, so I don't really know what to say after that. But I don't have my company yet, just to make that clear. This is just an example pitch, but I hope to develop it soon into an actual startup. Okay. We're excited to introduce to you Vitalis, virtual intelligent task automation and lifestyle improvement system. In today's fast-paced world, managing our tasks can often feel overwhelming. But with Vitalis, we're offering a solution to streamline your tasks and make your life easier. Let's dive in. First, I want to introduce the team. So this is Tanush Bhatia, my CEO. He is located in Sammamish, Washington. That's me. I live here in Bay Area. And that's Arhan Magdam, who is living in Dallas, Texas, my CTO. Our mission at Vitalis is to empower individuals to achieve greater productivity and peace of mind by providing an intelligent, seamless, and personalized task management solution. Through innovative AI technology and intuitive design, we strive to transform the way people organize their lives, enabling them to focus on what truly matters. Before we delve into the solution, let's address the problem. According to recent data from the American Psychological Association, 7 out of 10 individuals report feeling stressed and disorganized in their daily lives. One of the key contributors to this stress is the difficulty in managing tasks. appointments, and deadlines. This is where Vitalis comes in, offering a solution to help alleviate these challenges. In the hustle of modern life, next slide please. Thank you. In the hustle of modern life, where 7 out of 10 individuals often feel overwhelmed, Vitalis, your personal smart assistant, emerges as a seamless solution. Integrated with both your phone and laptop, Vitalis effortlessly tackles task management. Whether opening the app on your phone or clicking the laptop icon, Vitalis is ready to listen. Share details like I have a dentist appointment tomorrow at 2, or my math studies assignment is due at midnight tomorrow, and it's crucial. Powered by AI, Vitalis interprets your messages, creating events, tasks, or sending texts seamlessly. It doesn't just manage tasks. Vitalis communicates, asking clarifying questions and ensuring it understands your needs. Picture a 25% task boost and a 20% stress decrease. With Vitalis, it's not just an app, it's a simple solution for more organized and stress-free life, ushering in the future of efficient task management. Next slide, please. Let's talk about what sets Vitalis apart and why it's a game changer for efficient task management. First of all, Vitalis offers seamless task management, allowing you to keep track of all of your tasks, appointments, and deadlines in one centralized position. But it doesn't stop there. With AI-powered communication, Vitalis provides personalized assistance, understanding your preferences and needs to deliver tailored recommendations and reminders. And for those moments when your hands are full, Vitalis offers voice-activated commands, allowing you to manage tasks hands-free, enhancing both convenience and productivity. Plus, with cross-platform integration, you can access and manage your tasks from anywhere, whether you're on your smartphone, tablet, or computer. These are just a few of the reasons why Vitalis is the ultimate solution for efficient and stress-free task management. Next slide, please. Now let's delve into the market landscape. The task management software market is currently estimated at $27 billion and is expected to grow at a rate of 13.5% annually. This growth is fueled by the escalating demand for efficient task management solutions, particularly evident with the surge in remote work and digital lifestyles. This presents a significant opportunity for Vitalis to seize a portion of this expanding market. Next slide, please. Market validation is crucial for any product, and we're thrilled to unveil our discoveries. Our survey of 75 individuals revealed that 80% struggle with task organization, emphasizing the demand for a smart task management system like Vitalis. Additionally, an impressive 95% expressed confidence that an app like Vitalis would significantly simplify their daily life management. Furthermore, our analysis indicates that existing task management apps lack integration with key platforms such as Outlook and Google Calendar, creating an opportunity for Vitalis to excel. With the increasing demand for task management systems similar to Vitalis, we are confident in our app's potential for success. Our total addressable market, or TAM, is estimated at $15 billion globally, catering to a wide range of users including professionals, students, and busy individuals. Our service addressable market, or SAM, focuses on professionals and is estimated at $5 billion. Within this market, our target audience is busy professionals aged 13 to 45 years old who are actively seeking efficient task management solutions to enhance their productivity and reduce stress. This segment represents a significant opportunity for Vitalis to make an impact. Now let's take a look at our competitive analysis. In the task management software market, we have several established competitors, such as Todoist, Asana, and Trello. I'm sure you've heard of them. However, Vitalis distinguishes itself through its superior features, including voice-activated commands and AI-powered vocal communication. These unique offerings provide us with a competitive edge in the market. Next slide, please. Vitalis is an intuitive app designed to seamlessly integrate into your daily routine. Upon opening the app, users are promoted to sign in with their Google account. or any account of your preference, streamlining the authentication process and ensuring quick access to their existing data. By granting necessary permissions, Vitalis gains access to various services such as Google Calendar, Outlook, and Gmail, enabling it to intelligently manage tasks and appointments. Additionally, the app requests permissions from the user's phone for essential functionalities such as location services, weather updates, contact management, and phone calling capabilities. These permissions allow Vitalis to execute its features effectively, providing users with a comprehensive solution for task management and lifestyle enhancement. Let's explore our revenue model, catering to various user needs. Our free tier offers basic functionality with 10 daily commands and occasional ads, exclusively available through our app. Upgrade to our Pro tier for unlimited commands, desktop software integration, and an ad-free experience powered by our AI assistant. For businesses, our business tier extends Pro benefits to up to 15 accounts with team billing, integrated calendars, and role management for seamless collaboration. Next. Looking at our projections, by 2025, we anticipate generating $250,000 in revenue with a gross margin of 60%, resulting in a gross profit of $150,000. After accounting for operating expenses, including marketing and operational costs, we project a profit of around $50,000. Fast forward to 2029, and we're forecasting a significant revenue jump to $2.5 million with an impressive 80% gross margin. This translates to a gross profit of $2 million, with operating expenses totaling $1.5 million. Despite the higher expenses, we anticipate a healthy profit of $500,000. These projections demonstrate the growth potential of our revenue streams and the viability of our business model. Now let's highlight our competitive advantages. Vitalis stands out in the market due to its unique features, including voice-activated task management, seamless integration with devices, and AI-powered communication. These features not only set us apart from competitors, but also provide benefits to our customers. With Vitalis, users can experience increased efficiency, reduced stress, and a personalized task management experience tailored to their needs. Over the next 5 years, our roadmap is meticulously planned to drive the growth and success of Vitalis. In year 1, our focus is on securing seed funding, extensively applying for patents, developing the beta version of our app and desktop software, conducting beta testing, and preparing for the official launch. Year 2 sees the launch of Vitalis on iOS and Android platforms, with a strong emphasis on user acquisition, marketing efforts, and the introduction of premium features. By year 3, we'll expand our platform to include a website, explore partnerships, and implement advanced AI features to enhance the user experience. Year 4 will involve enhancing customer support, launching targeted marketing campaigns, and introducing additional revenue streams to solidify our market presence. In year 5, our focus shifts to scalability improvements and market consolidation, ensuring our platform can efficiently accommodate a growing user base, maximizing our impact in existing markets. With this strategic roadmap, we're poised to establish Vitalis as a leading solution in efficient task management. Moving on to our financial requirements, we're seeking $40,000 in seed funding to support various aspects of our business. This funding will be allocated as follows: $15,000 for app and software development to ensure we deliver a high-quality product, and $25,000 for marketing efforts to raise awareness among our target audience and for operational costs to sustain our business operations. With this funding, we'll be able to kickstart our journey and make significant strides towards achieving our goals. Thank you.
Thank you. Judges, on to you for any questions.
Virag, great presentation for a 15-year-old to come on stage and do that. That's good. And your team has done a great job. One quick question about, in your daily, life, you have been using now Siri, Alexa, and whatnot. And there's a good amount of integrations with that about your task as well. You can pretty much tell them to, follow a particular calendar and then remind you of those appointments. Would you think that, this can easily replace that as you keep on integrating various aspects around task? Because habit development is one thing, and using certain new things takes time, right? So that was one question that I wanted to. Have you done any analysis or even given a thought to that?
Yeah, so I'm glad you asked to talk about Siri. I'm sure most of us have used Siri here. Most of us have iPhones, and it's not great. I'm completely honest, Siri isn't a great assistant at all for such a big company like Apple. Recently they made it way better, but let's not talk about that. But Siri isn't great. The other day I was, asking Siri something to give me directions, and it just says I'm not sure. Like, I need to be able to do my work efficiently, and I already have it, like I said, there's lots of stress and, people feel overwhelmed. And so Siri doesn't really help as much. My app, so I believe your question was, how is it different from Siri and Smart Assistant? But yeah, exactly. So it is integrated, I'll give it, but it's not smart. My Siri doesn't really have AI integrated into it yet. And my Vitalis does have AI integrated into it, and it can answer your questions, and it communicates back with you through, it's like a conversation style, whereas Siri cannot do that. So I believe that's sort of what sets my app different from products like Siri and Google.
Hey Vedant, a few observations, and then I'll ask a few questions too. So, by the way, at 15, this is impressive. So at 15, I was only worried about which brand shoes to buy. So you're way ahead of me for sure. So kudos for that. Couple of observations, just something for you to include. I would say, talk from your heart, not from the slides. Okay? You'd be amazed how touching the message is going to be to your audience. So I know that if you need once in a while to perhaps to go back to that tool, but I would say talk from your heart. You already know this, you got this, right? So that's going to be a lot more effective. Second thing I wanted to say was that this is a consumer product. Create some drama. Bring a breezy professional, either out of you or maybe a person, your founder, another co-founder or something. Create some drama. Show the tension in that person's life and how your solution is helping them make their life better. If you have a working product, that could be a live demo right there, right? That's on the presentation side. On the content of the presentation, I would say you don't need to talk in terms of the features. Talk more in terms of the benefits that the user is getting. So all the features that your product has, great. Fine. What is that user? What does it mean for the user? The great analogy that I have lived by is that you want to sell sushi, not cold dead fish. Okay, so just that. The one question I have is in terms of looking at your product. What's your defensible moat for the product? Why couldn't me, somebody like me, copy this tomorrow and make
Yeah, so I did mention in year one applying for extensive patents, intellectual property as well. I will definitely do that for this. I have been told by investors in the past that it's a good idea, but it could easily be acquired by big established firms like Todoist and Asana because they already have a big customer base. They have everything set up already, and so my thing is more of a feature than an actual app, so it could be easily acquired. So again, patents and intellectual property, that's the defensible moat. And you talked about benefits. So I think I'll just give an example here. When me and my team were thinking about Vitalis as a product, we were sort of connecting it to our own lives. And most of us, I'm a high school student, Arhan is in college. And so we both have like a lot of work. And we noticed like this class, that class, this homework is due, that homework is due, along with family and dinner time and all of that. So it sort of becomes a lot, especially for younger kids. It becomes a lot of pressure, and so that's why we sort of wanted to develop an app where it's voice activated, so I could just come home, open up Vitalis, and just say everything that's on my mind. I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to do that. That's it, and just remove it out of my head, and so that will clear my mind. So school's out, but I can still be like in the back of my mind. I have that safety sort of aspect that Vitalis knows that I should do math homework at this time and turn this in at this time, and so I'm covered. So that's sort of the idea that we had while developing this product.
That's a great story. I would include that in my presentation, so that it's easy for somebody to relate to, So that's what I would say. One last comment, and I know Parikshit has another question. Your target market for what you're trying to address looks small. I think it can be bigger. So you might want to look at that. And the bigger that number is, I think it's going to be more attractive from investment standpoint. Typically, big investors are looking for about $1 billion target market. Doesn't mean you have to reach that on day one. It's just that the pie needs to be big enough for you to take a sliver out of that. Even if we from whatever numbers you present, if we take even 1/10 of that, it should make sense. You know what I'm saying? So just change your strategy along those lines. Make them a little higher. 10 times, 100 times is fine.
Thank you.
Vedant, what you have done as a 15-year-old is pretty impressive. Very nice presentation. I think we should give him a round of applause for doing it. At 15 years, I was just playing in the sand garden, I think. So I have got one question. So you explained about the AI engine. So have you developed the AI engine on your own, or are you dependent on some AI engine that is there from the market? So what coding have you done? And the follow-up question is, if you are dependent on the different engine, so how much of your revenue in percentage would go to just that engine, because maintaining that engine, because no, not the server. If there's a third-party engine, so per query, I think you will need to pay some amount to that company. So how much percentage of your revenue will go to that engine? I wanted.
So it's a very technical question. My CTO is not here with me, but I can do my best to answer. So at least for iOS, developing an AI, like an AI engine, I won't do it myself. My CTO won't either. We will hire an expert professional with the money we get from investors to develop the AI engine. And then there's lots of APIs, Xcode APIs at WWDC introduced that a lot of developers use for iOS at least. I'm not too sure about Android, but that's sort of the way that I think we'd like to go for our AI engine. Yeah.
Thank you for your questions, judges. So we can now move on to our final presentation by team bench warmer. I would like to call upon stage Evan Kamath and Hans Kamath. Please give a big round of applause.
Hans Kamat. My name is Evan Kamat. We're from St. Louis, Missouri, and our product's the bench warmer. Please. So our story, press it twice. Maybe the video won't load, but you can go back one. So my sophomore year of high school, I was playing varsity soccer, and this happened. It might not look like much, but I had an avulsion fracture in my left ankle and was out for the rest of the season through the cold months of the playoffs. Next slide, please. So this leads me to the problem. Evan and I grew up playing soccer all over the Midwest. With club teams, travel leagues, and high school, we pretty much played year-round. But a huge problem we ran into was the weather. Not only the weather, but the effect it had on players' minds, bodies, and willingness to play. Next slide.
So Hans and I did some research, and we found out that sprains, strains, and contusions are the most common injury in sports like soccer. Next slide, please. So we looked to the professionals. Currently, Dragon Seeds are the #1 distributor for heated seat warmers in the professional world of sports. However, Dragon Seeds cost around $100,000 for one seat, which is not ideal for a high school or children's team. Dragon Seeds puts it best by saying that warm muscles reduces the risk of injury. So our solution to this is the bench warmer. The bench warmer is essentially a 3-foot long heating pad that you can sit on. We're currently on the 3rd iteration of our final product. It's weather resistant, a trademark's pending, and there's 4 chargeable USB batteries to last up to 3 hours.
So like Evan said, we have a trademark on the name and the logo, and we have a utility patent pending on the cover and the heating element. Next slide, please. So our market opportunity. Currently, 10 million children in the US play soccer, baseball, or football. Millions more play individual sports like tennis or gymnastics. Parents and supporters and coaches make up another 20 million in the US. Adding all these segments together, we have a potential market of around 150 million consumers. Next slide, please.
So what are our goals? Our first goal is to make sports more comfortable, fun, and easy to play. Our second is to reduce injury in cold weather and promote a healthy lifestyle through sports and camaraderie and teamwork. Our third and final goal is to promote healthy families to support systems for children by making it easier for grandparents and supporters to come to games.
So to achieve these goals, we've partnered with a few strategic partners, the first of which is Vendor Horizon. It's an Amazon optimization program that we're hoping can help us get up and running on Amazon soon. The second is the GTM guys. They're an advertising agency that in the past 3 years has done 120 million in sales. And finally is Mark Ward Sporting Goods, a local sporting goods supplier in the St. Louis area that has actually secured the first rights of distribution to the bench warmer. We've also created an advisory board. They consist of our older brother, Ian Kamat, Dr. Brophy, and Dr. Hunt, both orthopedic surgeons at Washington University in St. Louis, and Mr. Frizella, the president and CEO of First Form, an athletic wear and supplement company based in St. Louis. Also, through young entrepreneurship contacts and networking, we have an upcoming meeting with Franklin Floyd, the CEO and founder of Dragon Seeds. So, our revenue model. Currently, it costs us around $1,650 for the external cover and the heating element alone, plus the batteries, which are around $1,440, and the foam, which is sourced in the US, which comes out to around $590, making the total for a single unit around $3,780. And we're hoping to go to market at around $65 to undercut some of our competition. You can see here, this is a single person seat heater listed on Amazon. And then we also have an idea for further revenue from sports licensing. We think that if we have consumers pay a fee or an add-on cost, we can throw a label, a logo, whatever they want on there. We believe it will help improve team camaraderie for younger teams, and it's also a good source of profit for the company.
So this is our current go-to-market timeline. Back in May 2023, we finalized our prototype. Early summer 2024, we started packaging and marketing. We're starting to order in mid-summer 2024, and at the end of summer 2024, we will start fulfilling. Next slide, please. Next slide. My father and I also wanted to get real-time feedback from O'Fallon, Missouri at a youth soccer game. So we went there in the wintertime, and this is what Evan Garrison had to say.
I don't know if the video is going to play, but you can try one. Yeah, I guess I'm wrong. That's fine. Let me just go to the next slide. So our team currently consists of just Evan and I. I'm going into my freshman year of college, and Evan's going into his senior year. We both grew up playing soccer, we've recently gotten to golf, and we've done a little bit of weight training here and there. Thank you for listening. Can I answer any questions?
Definitely points for your t-shirts, great brand marketing there. And are you demoing your product? So on to the judges for their questions.
Hans and Evan, great presentation. Very good presentation overall. And you definitely have a good advisory board, I can see. A lot of things I normally would tell people to work on, seems like you have already worked on. So this is going to be more like observation than anything else, because I think a lot of data is already there. You have answered a lot of questions. Seems like you have done this before at other platforms, and that's why the presentation looks very polished. So first off, I like the great attitude that you showed at the conference, where you turned the setback into an opportunity. A lot of people would be sitting there sulking, saying, "Oh, what do I do now?" Right? So I can see that happening, but you didn't do that. So kudos to you for that, turning this into an opportunity for sure. But somebody like me, though, I need. So my favorite sport is watching TV. I probably need get off the couch, kind of tool if you have it, like a springboard, if you will. But this is a great product. I can see that my daughter is a competitive gymnast, and so we have had our share of injuries, and so I know the importance of muscle warmers and what they can do. So great product, really. I like your unit economics. Perfect example of what the total cost is and what your price point could be. When deciding the price point, have you looked at, it looks like it is 114, whatever product that you showed, versus yours was 64. So it seems like a big markdown from what the market can potentially take. Have you tested if a higher price point could be tolerated by market, or how did you come up with that number?
So originally the bench warmer was a 6 foot, like it's the same width, but it was 6 feet wide to fit like a normal bench, because we measured, we went out and tested it. But we decided that it would be easier to ship and buy like the supplies for the bench warmer if we made it smaller. That's why you can see the clips on the side here. You can buy more than one and just attach them. So our original price point was a lot higher. It was around $120, but we've cut it down. Since we've cut down the supplies, we think that this is a fair price point, and the $114 seat heater is just a single person seat heater. This is multiple people, so I think this is a good bang for the buck, if you want to say that.
Hans and Yuvan, great presentation once again. And what you've done is you had a setback, and through that you come up with a new business idea and followed that path, which is phenomenal. But the competitor that you compared with is the Dragon 6, but there are a lot of other bench warming products that are now available, which are much cheaper. I've seen bench warming seats, just individual seats that are available that are $25 or something similar. I'm from Northeast, and I definitely have experienced sports in cold weather, and coached and watched and definitely know the need of the product. How do you compare against a product that is $25 a seat to yours? What would be your USP against that? What would be some of the other things that you want to tell us?
So our ideal market right now is like youth sports teams and younger kids. So the way we see it is a lot of kids and parents are coming together to pitch in for this for the single team use. Because this isn't a one-person product, it's a multiple-person product. This is something you want to be sitting on the bench with your teammates on a cold day, like very close together. It's not something that each person has their own thing where you feel separated on the bench and then you go in to the game and play together.
Thank you. Just a subsequent question, again coming to the pricing strategy, I had a similar question. Have you run these numbers through some kind of a pricing strategist, or you guys did your market research and came up with these numbers?
We came up with the numbers ourselves. We had our older brother help us. He started his own company. He was on Shark Tank. He did all this in the past. And then we have our advisory board. Obviously, we've talked to them. But if it comes to it, we could, if it's not working out at $65 in the real market, then we could always lower it, raise it, whatever.
Yeah, one good thing that I would definitely comment on your thing is you already have few strategic partners, which helps tremendously, and I'm pretty sure those strategic partners are going to help you guide in the right way in setting those pricing. So use them as your guide as well in finding that. And good luck to you. Great product and great presentation.
Of course, thank you.
I think it's a very great product, very nicely presented. This is the first time I'm seeing a seat warmer, because in India we don't need seat warmers, but very nicely done, very good prototype. Can you increase or decrease the temperature of the seat warmer depending on your comfort?
Yeah, so the two buttons on the back, you hold them down to turn them on. If you want to press one of them, they turn to white and blue, so it raises the temperature and lowers the temperature. Right now it's on the hottest setting though.
Okay, alright. And another thing is, are you going to provide spares if something bad goes with this, or then people would require to buy a new seat? Because spares can also be a huge market. Like,
what do you mean by that?
because maybe some heater inside, it gets broken down, or maybe the sheet over here gets torn. So will you also be considering doing spares, giving spares on Amazon, or it would be, yeah.
That's something we definitely can consider. I think as far as spares, we would provide more of a spare battery instead of the actual cloth, like the cloth itself.
And the third question is, how big of a sports franchisee opportunity you see? Because I think franchising might bring in big bucks for your business. So what can be the scope or the size of that opportunity?
Are you talking about the licensing? So like I said, our ideal market's like younger kids. So we don't really see this going to like college teams or like the NFL or something like that. So we're hoping that you can like import. So we're setting up a website, and we're gonna obviously be on Amazon. We're hoping you can import like a photo, a design, whatever you want really. We're thinking that like it's gonna be younger kids, sports club teams, stuff like that. Not like big stuff. Yeah, not major. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you everyone. Thank you to all the three teams for their great presentations. We will give some time to our judges to score all the teams. Until then, I have one announcement to make. We do have the youth fashion show after this. It will be the hall right across from here. So please do make some time to visit, and if you're participating, then all the best. So until the judges are scoring, I have a few trivia questions for you to answer. So if you know the answer, just raise your hand or shout out the answer, anything is fine. So let's start with something easy. Which company has the tagline, "Just do it"? Yes, that's right. Which company was founded in 2004 by the youngest billionaire of his time in 2004?
Facebook.
2004.
Facebook.
That's right, it's Facebook. But good at it. Who quoted this? "Failure is simply the opportunity to begin again, this time more intelligently." Any ideas? Any guesses? No? Oh, I wish I could, but it's Henry Ford. Okay, this one is again an easy one. Who is the founder of SpaceX? That's right. And do you know who co-founded PayPal?
Elon Musk.
That's right, that's right. Alright, okay, let's start with some fun facts. So, did you all know that Amazon was first supposed to be called Cadabra from Abracadabra? But his lawyer said that it sounded like a cadaver, and that's why he changed it to Amazon from Cadabra. And also, do you know that the sign or the logo of Amazon not just directs from A to Z, but it is also a smile that Jeff Bezos thought would bring to each and every person who got a package delivered from Amazon. So, I think we are ready with this course. But, okay, we'll give them some more time to calculate. I would like to hear how did you all like the event? Any feedback? What are your thoughts? Anybody would like to stand up and speak? Thank you. And yeah, go ahead. We will definitely do that. Also, let kids present for sure. Do you have any ideas that you would like to share right now? You know. But next time for sure. I'll see you in 2 years. Okay. Anybody else who has any idea and would like? Yeah, go ahead.
Your dress is really cool.
Oh.
Very distracting though.
Oh, thank you. I'm not sure if I should thank for being distracting, but thank you for the compliment. And I like your jersey too. Congrats on the win. Yeah, so I was saying, anybody else who wants to share their ideas or just anything about the event, anything from the judges, if you want to share. So the results are in. I would like to call upon the judges to the stage. I would like to call the judges on the stage. Please give a big round of applause for the judges. Over to you. We would like to build a little bit of suspense, but feel free to announce the winner whenever you're ready.
We don't have the scoring cards. Okay, so before I think declaring the results, I would like to say that all the business pitches, all the three pitches that we heard were very well articulated, very well founded, and people had very nicely presented it. and I also got a few, learning moments from these presentations, because in India we don't make these kind of elaborate presentations, so to speak. But seeing all your presentations, I think it was a very nice experience and a very enlightening experience for me as well. And who do you think would be the winner of the competition? So, any guesses? How many votes for? You are way past, sir. No, we are not letting you win. Then Yuva will lose. So, how many hands up for the Vitals? No? No one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Alright. And how many hands up for Go With Youth? Go With Youth, anyone? Okay. More hands, I guess. And how many for the bench warmers? Too many. Would you like to declare the winner? And the winner is bench warmers!
Congratulations, guys. Come on up, come on up, come on up. Hudson Evans, you really deserve this. Come on up.
Hello. We also have a trophy to give to our winners. Thank you, bench warmers. Great job. And we would like to call the other two teams on stage for their participation as well. Can we have Vitalis on the stage, please?
All right, well done. Your turn now.
I just want to say that, no matter what, all teams are winners. Participation is not for the namesake. Doing this takes a lot of time and effort, so you are a winner.
And can we have Go With You on the stage as well?
Come on, Anuj.
Thank you again, everyone, and thank you to our judges. Thank you for spending so much time with us. Here's a small token of appreciation from our side.
See, Parikshit, I told you, I'm a winner too.
So everyone goes happy today. Thank you to the audience for being so lovely. We appreciate you here. Thank you so much. I'll see you at fashion show.